Welcome to the Wilson County News. I'm Richard.
And I'm Shayna.
Hey, the Lebanon police are checking out a man that got shot over on Joseph Street early last Saturday morning, about 2:30 a.m. The man's name was Ronald Johnson Sr., 43. He was about to turn 44 on Sunday. So his family had services for him in Hartsville. We had mentioned about the methamphetamine lab explosion that happened in the Travelers Inn behind Old Charlie's last week. They're still looking for those people. The witnesses said that two guys that had ran out, or two people had ran out, and they were either wearing all black or they were covered in soot.
Yes, they were.
From the explosion.
Didn't they blow the doors and the walls out?
The whole wall completely out of the hotel. But get this now. 3 people, including a girl that was listed as runaway from Mount Juliet, that evacuated from that hotel, were then arrested and charged in armed robbery of the Shell station that was close by.
Now, they found these people?
Yes, yeah. Well, they apparently had went into the store and held a gun up and told them to give them money and cigarettes. Ends up that the gun was an airsoft pistol.
It wasn't even a real gun.
Right. Ellis Sanders, 19 of Lebanon, was charged. Robin Leanne, 22 of Mount Juliet, was charged. And the girl, which she was underage, so they don't identify her,
Yeah,
was charged with aggravated robbery and was taken to juvenile detention. A house fire burned in rural Wilson County, in the WEMA, which is Wilson Emergency Management Agency. Firefighters searched for a working hydrant. Now
this is a good one.
Oh yeah.
Two out of 3 hydrants, Richard, didn't work?
Yeah, 2 out of 3 hydrants didn't work. And, of course, they're trying to make the excuse that, rural hydrants don't always get service.
What would you think if you had a hydrant in your yard and it didn't work?
Well, that's kind of like picking up the phone and dialing 911 and then getting an answering machine. Is that about the similar? That's about the similar outcome, isn't it? So, it was just really, inconvenient that all these hydrants didn't work. But it really burned the property down. The firefighters stayed to make sure that everything was gone out.
And they're supposed to be doing some checks, maintenance checks on these hydrants as well, right?
Right. This week's most wanted here in Wilson County, and Ashley Selby, 5 foot 5 inches, 130 pounds, was last seen on Bluebird Road in Lebanon. The warrants were for criminal court probation violation for conspiracy to sell Schedule II narcotics, morphine, and General Sessions Court probation violation for no driver's license, misdemeanor theft, and possession of narcotics and paraphernalia.
If you have any information, call the tip line at 444-1412.
And if you know where she's at, dial extension 0.
Thousands upon thousands of women have battled breast cancer. Some have pulled through this disease, while others succumb to this disease after a brave fight. Few people who have waged the war with breast cancer are better known than Susan Komen, a name many instantly associate with the organization Susan G. Komen for the Cure. The most widely known, largest and well-funded breast cancer organization in the United States, Richard.
That's awesome.
Komen was diagnosed with breast cancer in 1977 after finding a lump that subsequent testing revealed was cancerous. Komen underwent a procedure.
Yeah, and her sister had encouraged her to get a second opinion. And she didn't, so 6 months later, she had cancer again. And it was up on her arm, and so it also had spread to her lung.
So, ladies, it's real important that you get your exams. Right,
and then also just, encourage other ladies to get second opinions. And my mother-in-law has had problems with breast cancer, and then a few other family members, and they've made it through it so far. And so all with the money that's been donated, it's been a real good thing. We'll be right back.
Is Crook Auto Parts just another auto parts? No way! We rebuild starters and alternators. Auto technicians on site, the best parts men in Wilson County. And that means big savings for you. 444-9500, 444-9500.
Let's face it, the economy is terrible. Here's a chance to make an extra $1,400 a month. Who couldn't use that?
It's the movement. I'm a Lino Dr. I. It's the movement. I'm a Lino Dr. I. It's the movement. I'm a Lino Dr. I. I'm hot and I'm on fire. I'm a Lino Dr. I. I'm hot and I'm on fire. I'm a Lino Dr. I. I'm hot and I'm on fire. I'm a Lino Dr. I. I'm hot and I'm on fire. Rappers in my city mad praying, wishing I retired. Cause it's the movement. I told y'all, Jonesy, Jancy.
The City Cafe East is the best kept lunch secret in Nashville. If you're starving and want real home cooked food, this is the place. Folks, this is the best meat and three in Nashville. Chef George prepares mouth-watering specials every day. Choose from baked chicken, pork chops, turkey and dressing, and of course, the best roast beef anywhere. The City Cafe East, the best meat and three in town, is open Monday through Friday, 10 to 2:30 for your convenience. City Cafe East, 1455 Lebanon Pike at Spence Lane. The way cooking should.
Richard, you know that this month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes.
Speaking of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we went down to the fairgrounds last Saturday, and Sherry McDonald was having a Lace Up for Pink fashion show pageant.
So it's not a run. Doesn't have anything to do with the run. It was an actual fashion show.
Yes, it was, and there was ladies of all ages going down the runway with different clothing from different stores. It was
just
great.
Raising money for breast cancer awareness and treatment.
Yes, there were some ladies that actually were survivors of breast cancer.
All right. Well, hey, let's go and take a look at the interview.
Let's go. I'm here at the Wilson County Fairgrounds for the Breast Cancer Awareness Fashion Show. Here with me, I have Sherry McDonald, the founder of the Breast Cancer Awareness Lace Up for Pink. Hi, Sherry.
Hi,
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Can you tell me a little bit about Lace Up for Pink?
Yes, Lace Up for Pink is a nonprofit breast cancer organization here in Wilson County, and our proceeds go to help breast cancer survivors in need.
You hold other events as well, correct?
Yes, we the past 2 years we've had a 5K run walk here in Wilson County at the mill and the park as well.
Great. How long has Lace Up for Pink been established?
Since 2011.
I see you've got a lot of lovely ladies here today. Can you tell me about the ladies we've got, how many we have?
Well, we have like 18 models. They're volunteers. Some are breast cancer survivors, and they are wearing clothes from Lulu's Clothing, Crystal Couture, belts, Zapata Jewelry, and Southeast Impressions.
Wonderful. I see a few ladies nibbling on some food. What have we got here?
We have Blue Moon barbecue sandwiches, potato salad, and Southern sweet tea.
One of their most popular dresses this season. The elegant pattern is so flattering, making any woman feel she looks her best. You look very nice. Okay, next we have Heather. This tunic is sure to catch some attention. It definitely captures that boutique feel and is perfect to wear on a first date. Spice it up with a pair of red heels or just throw on a pair of flats for a more casual day.
Thank you so much, Sherry.
Well, thank you. We appreciate
And
it.
I'm Shana with the Wilson County News. Lebanon City Council met Tuesday where it voted to defer an ordinance that would amend the 2013-14 fiscal year budget.
Yeah, the amendment to the budget was including a one-step compensation increase in their employee wages. And the budget would also amend the amount of money needed for these one-step raises, but it was taking it out of the city's reserve fund. So they wanted to wait on voting on that.
The council also approved the resolution that would allow city personnel to perform creek and drainage cleanup on private property. Randy Lane, engineering director for capital projects, said the need for the city to work on private property was for the purpose of improving the public
well-being of what the water needed to drain. Lane also had said that he anticipated work to start at the 1st of November.
Good
So
deal.
if you see them cleaning out the ditches, removing some old leaves and branches
They're
and
doing
stuff,
their job.
they're doing what they're supposed to be. Also, Wilson County sales tax revenues in September continued on a downward trend, but remained somewhat higher compared to the same time last year. Well, you know, the kids are getting back to school at this time, and they're taking from the last quarter. But hey, holidays are coming up, so spending's going to definitely increase somewhat. And then, come January of next year, they're going to say, "Oh wow, everything's back up to higher," and it's pretty much that way across the county, both Mount Juliet, Watertown, and then the rural areas also.
Southern Stars will hold its 13th annual Harry Macomber Memorial Benefit Trail Ride fundraiser Saturday at Cedars of Lebanon Stables at the park. Isn't that where the handicapped children?
Yeah, that's what it's benefit. The Stars is benefiting the handicapped children that they take them for riding on horses, and that improves their disposition and overall general health. So this is a fundraiser.
I think it's a wonderful idea.
Yeah. And the one with the most donations will get a brand new Western saddle.
Wow!
And then there's will be a silent auction for different things that are there at the ride. And this happened yesterday. The STAR stands for Southern Special Therapeutic and Recreational Riding Students, as a nonprofit, volunteer-driven agency.
Right.
And so that's what STAR stands for. We wanted to make sure we got that clear. It does help out the kids a lot.
Sounds like a great fundraiser.
The Mount Juliet Commission met Monday, where commissioners passed a resolution making the city the primary responder for all fire-related calls in the city. Okay, that moves if the fire is located within Mount Juliet city limits, they take care of it. Anything outside of that, the WEMA, which is the Wilson Emergency Management Association, takes care of that.
Right.
The resolution, which passed unanimously. There you go. The Wilson will move all those calls will go to Mount Juliet Fire Department first. So that's what
once they call the Mount Juliet Fire Department, then their calls go directed to.
Well, no, when they call the 911 emergency services and they're inside the Mount Juliet city limits, that's when all the calls from there will go to the fire departments there in Mount Juliet.
Okay.
The
Lebanon Housing Authority Board will soon have to choose a new attorney. In a letter dated Monday, longtime Lebanon Housing Authority attorney Bob Rochelle submitted his resignation.
Let's face it, the economy is terrible. Here's a chance to make an extra $1,400 a month. Who couldn't use that?
Spring a leak or plug drain, who do you call? Bill Smith Plumbing. That means real big savings and getting the job done professionally. Residential or commercial, save money. Call Bill Smith Plumbing, 818-5508. That's 818-5508.
That'll be $15.50 for the pizza. You got any gold?
These days, seems like everybody is trying to buy your gold.
Hey lady, I'll give you 20 bucks for those earrings.
But not everyone will pay you top dollar. At Lebanon Jewelry and Coin Exchange, 612 South Cumberland, we're always buying gold, 2975 South Rutherford Boulevard in Murfreesboro. We have been buying jewelry, coins, sterling silver, even broken jewelry for over 20 years. We will weigh your items right in front of you and pay you top dollar in cash. So bring your gold to one of these two locations. Why take your chances anywhere else? The City Cafe East is the best kept lunch secret in Nashville. If you're starving and want real home cooked food, this is the place. Folks, this is the best meat and three in Nashville. Chef George prepares mouth-watering specials every day. Choose from baked chicken, pork chops, turkey and dressing, and of course, the best roast beef anywhere. The City Cafe East, the best meat and three in town, is open Monday through Friday, 10 to 2:30 for your convenience. City Cafe East, 1455 Lebanon Pike at Spence Lane. The way cooking should be.
Right here in Lebanon, we got a great author, and he has a new novel coming out, and he's going to release it at the upcoming Oktoberfest with the Wilson County Bank right there on West Main Street. The first novel was The True Manchurian Infinity, and the next one will be The True Manchurian Prodigal Son. The man's name is Alfonso Ashworth, and he's just a local guy, and it looks like he's becoming pretty popular. And this is this is the second book of a political thriller trilogy.
And it's becoming that time of a year to curl up in front of the fire with a good book.
Oh yeah, okay. On a worse note, though, two theft suspects police believe were involved in a nearby burglary at the home under construction Wednesday. This was in Mount Juliet. They had an incident. The truck crashed when they were put in reverse to try to get away. Police said two white men were stealing items from the home under construction, and
they got scared and backed the truck up and crashed the back of the truck.
Listen, there's no shortage of stupid thieves. I'm telling you, it's just I guess that's just part of the way it is, you know. An armed robbery at the Lebanon liquor store. There was a call made to police. Okay, and this was about 8:30 in the evening. And the police. This was over next to Walmart. The police show up. Nothing's going on.
Did they look at the surveillance?
Yeah. So they asked the guy for the surveillance. They check it out, and there's this woman that walks up behind this black man, and they try to rob the liquor store. And then two guys come in, one wearing an actual agent vest.
No way.
Arrest the guys and take the man out in handcuffs, and the woman just kind of strolls out the store herself. Well, after watching this, Lebanon police didn't have any record of what was going on, so now they're investigating to try to find out.
And they're still looking.
Still looking. They're wanting to know what happened. They think it might be possibly that he had jumped bond.
And they think it's the bondsman.
A bell hunter had found him and was taking him in, but it was just a weird situation that the police show up and the guy that was there says, "Well, somebody's already arrested him." But
all
this took place in about 40 seconds. That's all it took, and so it's hard to believe, you know, that you get a call, you show up,
and no one's there to arrest. I can imagine the expression on the officers' faces.
Oh yeah, or the guy behind the counter, you know. Well, yeah,
they were here.
Yeah, we were getting robbed, and some guys came in and took care of it. I don't know what the problem is now. Don't know where he is. No names. You know what? They could have been in conspiracy with this guy to make it look that smooth. It's kind of hard to believe that. Just like I said, the world is full of stupid thieves, and then to have one smart one actually get it right. But there's only one way to keep a secret, and that is for one person to know the secret.
Right.
You know, if more than one person knows it, no, it's getting out. So, it's just an odd story, and we just wanted to let y'all know about it. And we'll be right back after these messages. Okay, John. So the government has actually shut down. Now it's restarted. What is going on? We have voted these people into office.
That's right, and they forget this. We are the people. They are the civil servants.
Right.
We're their boss. We are. Now, let me ask you a question, Richard, seriously. How many times do you lie to your boss and get away with it?
You can't.
Exactly. But yet, when it comes to the president and everybody, because he's one of the biggest liars.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the thing is, any past president that would have done this would have happened to, they would have put the blame on him no matter who he was.
If this was Bush
or Clinton
or
Papa Bush or whoever,
it would have been all over him. But man, they sit there and let this garbage go on
and on
and on. And here they're trying to, the government never can do anything very well.
No.
And the perfect example of that is their computer programs.
Right.
And Cisco's turning around laughing at them because they're turning around saying, hey, you spent $680 million on this program and stuff like this. And we know that we could do it and it'd be done and it would be up and running.
Right. And running right.
So
taking the volume.
Right. So the question is for me, whose friends did he pay off with that deal?
The cohorts,
And then they turn around and they take all of the soldiers that go up to an outside monument and they don't let them in. They lock the gates. But
what about the soldiers coming in from the war in Afghanistan?
That got killed.
They were dead.
Yeah, they were dead, and the people couldn't even get down there. And here's the deal with Obama: he has been just trying to inflict pain. And let me tell you something on everybody. This is the man's character. That's what you're talking about.
Right.
You're talking about a man's character that does that. It has no feelings and jeopardizes everybody else and what they do for his own personal gain.
Hey, when you see him on TV, he's still campaigning.
Yes, he is.
Every speech is still a campaign speech.
And just for kind of the giggles, you should go check him out. Check his father's side or his stepfather's side. Look what they did to that country in 1955, and they finally ran him out on a rail in the 80s.
Yeah,
and you know what they were doing? The same thing Obama's doing. They destroyed the economy of that country.
Yeah,
and
so,
you're
still going to back him up, and look how things are going right now.
I mean, hey, look, you can't, when you buy people off, and that's what they've done. The food stamps that they're using to buy drugs, and they sell for 50 cents on a dollar and all that.
You can sell those little EBT cards to other people.
Heck, they're using them in strip clubs. Or they showed a
casinos.
A guy that's a drug dealer, and he had hands full of them. So the government. Let me see how that really works. This is really cool. The government turns around and has laws of not selling crack and all this. It's against the law.
They're going to put you in jail for it.
And yet the government lets them take the cards and use them for buying the crack, which is illegal. It's illegal to use the cards, and it's illegal to buy the crack.
So they're passing the law and paying for the stuff.
That's what they're doing. And what it does is, though, it makes everybody on food stamps and welfare and everything like that, they're all dependent on the government.
Yeah.
So that when they put a scare tactic in them, like, hey, you're going to lose this, they all vote for the Democrat or whatever they're the progressives, whatever you want to call
freebies.
them.
They don't want to lose their freebies.
Right. And they are literally destroying this country. And you people out there that are sleeping and got your head in the sand, you're going to wake up very soon because it's coming and it's not very far down this road. We can tell you that.
Yeah, and can it be turned around now?
I don't
think there's enough people that can get together.
I don't either.
And turn it around now.
I don't either. But saying this, stay tuned for the Music Factory, and Richard, you have a great night.
You too.